Alright. We just cut down the spacer here to go where the peg is at. Took 3/16 off of it. Flip it over. Looks about right to me. You can obviously see where the other one's all worn right here.
That's where that bolt was going across.
Right, and you got more area there than you do on this side, so it's probably pretty close. So maybe put a little O-ring right over that, and that'll take up the slack and give you something to work with. Alright, so take the spacer off before you lose it, because it'll vibrate off. Don't want to lose it, obviously. Okay, I forgot to look at the shocks, and we got to look at the axle. Axle's more important anyway. So, with a chain conversion, axles do not stay put. And you cannot tighten them. These are on the eccentric, and as you tighten them down, they get tighter. Chains don't like to be tight, they like to be loose, but not 3 inches of looseness. So, first thing I do is put the darn chain back up on that sprocket. Used to get this stupid guard on here, so it's hard to see it, but then we just put this up around here. Pull it off the back of the wheel so we don't scrape it up. Use both hands. Keep it off the back of the wheel so don't scrape the paint.
Which way we turn? Okay, let me get it on the bottom first.
Whatever you do from the top,
turn it.
It doesn't matter.
Turn the wheel.
Shouldn't have to turn it. The wheel's loose. Okay, so we got now determine is how much this wheel needs to go backwards. Like that. Where's my big screwdriver? So see where the axle is right there. So that's how far you need to move it to get this thing tightened up.
It didn't move that time when you took it out.
Sure it's going to move. There's nothing holding it in right now. I'm going to put this thing in there. About as far as they go before they get tight. Okay. You work the hammer, I'm going to work the junk on the other side in the way. I took the shock off so you can see over here better.
Ready?
Okay, stop. Okay.
Gotta put my ABS back on.
I don't know anything about no ABS.
Yeah, that wire thing.
I don't know anything about it. Where's it at?
It's hanging over there with the wire. If you took this axle off, my ABS came out over there.
No, it's laying there. That thing right there.
Is it on there?
Yeah, it's still sitting there. It's probably what the axle's banging up against. Your axle looks like a little bit further back than Lorenzo's was.
Meaning what?
Yeah, it's about the same. See how the chain gets tight right there?
Yeah.
So I need to put a spacer in here to pick up the slack.
Inside of that hole?
Inside that hole.
It ain't gonna rub a square spot in the axle?
I don't care. So that's what I gotta build. Alright, so I'm gonna go look for my nuts to see what I can build.
So you gotta put one on both sides?
Yep. You put a piece of metal between the axle and the inside of the swing arm, it doesn't move, and that will keep it from going forward, which means the chain will stay right.
Okay.
And then you make the spacer in different thicknesses to move it back and forth, what you need.
So whenever I take that axle out, it'll come out and I put it back in the same spot?
You gotta put them back in exactly how they come out, so you'll be seeing how I do that.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go find, I'm gonna have to make some nuts. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, so these nuts were the tall nut. So basically this fits in a round swing arm like this, so I have to chamfer the edge a little bit. to make it so it goes up inside the swing arm. I mark it with the red so you know it does go up and down. Then if I need the axle to go further forward, then I put a V-shaped cut right here so the radius axle will fit in the nut. And that allows it to go forward about another 1/16 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. And that allows the chains to correct tension. So this is the longer set that we had at Lorenzo's, but it didn't, the chain was too tight. So I made the other set, and then it had the right amount of chain. Had about this much slack in it. After you did a few wheelies and jammed everything forward, because all this finally, you know, when it shoves the axle all the way forward, then he had about this much free play in the chain. Plus he's still breaking the chain in, so he's doing an easy job. What?
Is it recording?
See that red thing up there that says REC?
Okay.
That means it's recording. There's also a red light under here. Okay, so first thing I do is I chain for this, so I just do it with a grinder. Like that. It gets hot, so you gotta cool it.
Making them round.
I'm gonna get a chamfer. I'm gonna make it enough to do something. Put a big dot for it. I'm gonna do over here. I got some camera up and see what it's doing. Yeah, that's a bit more than I needed. And I go to the other side and do the same thing. Flat side there and flat on that side. Same thing on this one. Now these are 3/8 coarse thread flange with the lock on them. That's what we need. Get hot quick. Okay, so there's a big flat spot there. And the bustle will have this on there. Let's put a little more on there to match it. Try to grind them fairly even to be nice. Alright. How's it in there? Then you blow them off some air to dry them. We have no air around here. Right when they make some. Okay, so now we got to mark this red right here so I know where the spot is. So when these are installed in your swing arm, you want to make sure the red is straight up or straight down.
Okay.
So what really needs to be done, I need to make some crescent shaped spacers, which I don't have no way of making. So maybe someone out there in the machine shop can make them for me. I can sell them for big bucks because everybody needs a set.
Well, if you make one in here, I can take it. I know somebody that'll make it.
I have no way of making it. So it needs to be round on this side where it fits into the swing arm, like that. And then it needs to be
flat on the other side.
It needs to have a little bit of
so to keep the thing from
it
turning.
needs a 1-inch radius on this side to match the axle. So that's going to make you a spacer that has double crescent like that shape to it. It'll be the piece in the middle, and it'll be flat on the outside to match the swing arm. So it'll be about 1 inch tall.
Okay.
It'll have this crescent in there, and you got to make those in like every 30 thou. You make another width. So you need everything from like a 1/4 inch to probably 1/2 inch. That's about what this is. So maybe like 5/8, so you can cover a pretty good range of adjustment.
Okay.
So you need to make an assortment of that, and you sell them for big bucks. That longer axle with adjusters in the back and all that, that was a $350 kit.
Wow.
It didn't work. This works every time. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to cut the center out here a little bit, if I need it, but I don't know if I need it yet because we haven't tried putting it in your bike yet. So we're going to go see if we need to do that. Now if I need to do that, I take a grinder and I just grind that out with a grinder. That big one over there.
Like a little loop to sit on the axle?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just basically like a little V groove or radius
Yeah.
groove.
Like this sort of, Tatro?
Yeah, it's a little divot. So I try to cut a little cut, something like that when I do them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any more nuts to use. Once we all use it up, we're done. Okay, so let's go try these in the bike and see if it fits. We'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back over the axle. We got to figure out what we're going to use here. So basically, I'm going to take the axle, put my channel locks here, right here, squeeze it against the shock, back of the shock, and try to jam the nut in there. See if it'll fit. If it fits, fine. If it don't fit, then we need to grind the nut.
Where's the flashlight, Tatro?
In the pocket.
Let me get it.
Trailer's in the way. Damn finger pincher anyway.
I know about them
See, I
motherfuckers.
can't get the damn thing in here because everything's in the way, and I can't go this way because all this shit's in the way. So,
Let me see if I can squeeze it for you. You put the nut in.
so between the trailer and this, I got problems. So I gotta make this nut.
So the wheel has to go backwards. Want me to get back there and pull on the wheel?
There's no way we're gonna get that big nut in there.
Let me grab it and pull it while you put the nut in there.
It doesn't matter, it's not gonna go back enough.
There you go.
Only got that much room, that's not enough room to put that nut in here and here. It's not fitting that hole. Change tight. So we need about a 1/4 inch thickness for this one. These nuts here are probably at least 3/8 inch thick. We need about a 1/4 inch thick. So I gotta go find something else to use. Alright, we back. Go find something else.
How you gonna grind it?
Alright, here's what I got for nuts. So I got some 1/4 inch flange nuts, which are pretty thin. And I got some 5/16, which are still pretty tall. So I'll try the 1/4 inch ones. Probably these little ones, they can float around and not stay where you want them to stay.
How big did you make it?
Stock 1/4 inch nuts, something. In there though. We don't have the other one in there. We put the other one in there, it's going to pull back. There's no way you're going to put this next one in there. It's too much of a difference.
What next one?
This one. This is probably the same height as that one. I bet.
This big one?
It's the same height as that one.
So what did you just put in there? This one?
Yeah. 1/4 incher.
Is it gonna tighten the other side up when you do it?
So we just got the little small one in there is what we got right now. I don't like running them that small, but we don't have much choice.
Turn the moon probably.
And we're stuck with the other side again. That one's already moving around. Okay, we're going to have to go over there and finagle that one again. You got to tap it in from this side, but you're going to have to keep the nut on the inside of the hole where it's at. So you got to keep that in there and tap that with a hammer. But I need this for the other side. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use this screwdriver.
Makes,
Bolt in,
makes, huh?
your bolt come on.
What bolt is that? Oh, that's the battery going. Okay, so I gotta make sure that that bolt stays in the hole. You tap it. I gotta turn the moon because the moon is too high up.
I will tell you that. I don't care.
There you go.
There it goes.
Turn the moon some more.
Put it wherever you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter. We're not using it no more.
It ain't going all the way in.
There it goes.
Yeah. Is that enough tension on that chain?
What's it got?
Huh?
What's it got right now?
You got some on it, but
How much you got? Inch or less?
you hear it hitting the thing?
No. The nut's still in there to fall out?
No, it's still in there.
Sure.
Yeah. That's the bottom that was hitting the chain on it. Need to be one size tighter.
Yeah, we don't have one size to work with.
There's a little bolt.
Not even a washer thickness.
That's the difference.
Not even a washer.
And these are too big. But what if you grind this one down the side?
I told you, you got to grind too much of the wire. It takes too much work. I'm going to find me some washers.